Hello, everyone. Have you ever been in a deep conversation and just as your friend is about to say something really important, they stop mid sentence and you're left there thinking, wait, what are you going to say? Well, guess what? That's exactly what happens in today's PTE listening task. Select missing word. The sentence starts strong, the ideas build up, then poof, the final word is gone. And your job is to catch it before it disappears forever. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to predict that missing word like language ninja. So let's jump in. Let me break down the task for you in simple terms. So you will hear a short recording, could be 20 seconds or could be 70. At the very last moment, the speaker will pause and that final word or phrase is missing. So you will see five options on the screen, but only one fits perfectly. You will hear the audio only once, no repetition. So this task is not about listening. It's about prediction, intuition, and understanding the flow. For example, if the speaker says we need to make policies that are fair and the audio stops there. So your brain should instantly go, oh, just or equal, maybe. That's what we will train today. Okay, so this task is not random, it's built on something powerful called collocation and context prediction. Let me explain. Native speakers and good test takers don't wait till the end of a sentence to understand it. They are constantly predicting what's coming next. Here's how you can also build that skill. So focus on meaning early. Don't zone out in the first 10 seconds and suddenly try to guess the last word. Start asking yourself immediately, okay, what's the topic? What's the tone? Is this persuasive, informative, or emotional? You need to ask yourself. And spot sentence patterns. If the sentence is, say, for example, is essential that students feel supported, safe, and pause at the end. You can bet the last word is something like included or respected, not something which is a fruit name or a vegetable name, right? So you have to spot the sentence pattern and practice word pairing. We call it as a collocation, right? Say, for example, peace and dash, peace, quiet, right? And trial, obviously, trial and error, policies that are fair and equal. So your brain needs to be a pattern finder. So try to practice these collocations often. Okay, now let's talk test strategy. When that list of five options pops up on the screen, don't panic. Here's what you do. Rule out the silly stuff first. There's almost always one that makes zero sense. Like, we must create an environment that is safe, supportive, and dolphin, which is not at all appropriate, right? So you can just, rule out that silly option and check for tone matching. If the speaker is formal or casual, if the whole audio is about economic policy, the missing word is not going to be awesome, right? So it will be probably something like sustainable, productive, or inclusive. So you can predict in that way. So you have to identify the speaker's tone. And grammatical sense also matter. For example, the policy must be applied fairly and dash. So here you need an adverb to match. So equally fits. Got it? And if the word has equity, it will not fit because we are looking for an adverb here. So you have to think like a detective. Tone plus topic plus grammar. All right, let's test your ears and brain. So here is a full audio transcript. I'm just going to read it for you. Please listen to it carefully. In recent years, climate change has become a central concern for global leaders. From rising sea levels to unpredictable weather patterns, the impacts are already visible. Scientists warn that unless significant steps are taken soon, the damage may be irreversible. That's why international cooperation is more important than now, here are your options. Option A, plastic. Option B, celebration. Option C, ever. Option D, cinnamon. Option E, holiday. What do you think is the right answer? Let's look the correct answer here. The right answer is option C, ever. Why? Because the phrase more important than ever, that's a natural collocation. It makes sense grammatically, tonally, and contextually. Got it? And the other options, just noise. Let's try one more, okay? Here is another example. The rise of artificial intelligence has changed industries rapidly. In healthcare, finance, and education, machines are now assisting professionals in complex decision making. However, experts caution that over reliance on AI could lead to serious, and your options are outcomes, pineapples, dancing, misunderstanding legislation. And of course, I hope that you have guessed the correct answer. The right option is misunderstandings because serious misunderstandings is a common phrase in formal context involving communication or technology risk. Okay, so let's see what are some of the common mistakes to avoid. The first trap is guessing emotionally. Okay, don't guess emotionally. Try to use the logic. You can test your instincts, but always verify with the logic. And the next trap is ignoring the setup. Okay, if you drift off during the first 40 seconds of the audio, the endings will make no sense. So start strong. And the trap three is overthinking. Sometimes, the simple answer is the right one. So don't eliminate it just because it looks too easy. And trap 4, focusing on unfamiliar words. The test wants you to get distracted by a difficult word. So focus on meaning, not just vocabulary. Got it? So, if you want to build your super sharp prediction skills, here's your 10-minute daily challenge. You can play a TED Talk or podcast for 60 seconds, pause it before the end of the sentence, guess what the next word or phrase will be, and then you can replay it and check it. So, this trains your brain to feel natural language patterns. Okay? All right, my language warriors, here's the truth. This task is not about catching one tricky word, it's about reading tone, sensing meaning, and knowing what should come next. So, the next time a sentence leaves you hanging, take a breath, trust your skills, and finish it like a native speaker. That's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more PTE skills. Bye bye.